Hey everyone, Mike here today with an interesting video. Something a little bit different. This is a VR headset video that I'm, as you can probably tell, wearing right now. And today we're going to be playing a little bit of Project Cars 2. And I'm going to be trying to do kind of a back-to-back comparison between playing with a headset and playing with either a single or triple monitor. I'm not sure which one of those I'll do. So to make this comparison as fair as possible, the Formula R car, I've played a couple hours today with it, and the Red Bull Ring is a track I've been doing a lot of just different laps to test out steering wheel configurations, stuff like that. So we'll do the headset first, and then I'll do non-headset laps afterwards. Yeah, in terms of headset, this is a Windows mixed reality headset. Oh, by the way, in terms of laps, I'm going to do 5 laps on each. I should mention that. So there's an out lap that I'm going to be running through, and then a normal lap. As a side note too, this HUD here, like my tire thing, I don't know. I know on the preview it doesn't look right, which is what your guys are seeing. But this tire thing, if you're wondering where it's sitting, it's floating where the headrest meets the cockpit kind of thing. I'm tempted to like point out with my finger, but yeah, you guys can't see that. And the lap timer on the left there is, well, maybe not quite on the left of what you guys see, but it's floating just above the mirror on the left side. That is all customizable in Project Cars 2. I have not customized it because, yeah, I've just started playing this today, yesterday. I've actually been playing it a bit before that as well, but I've put some time and actually started a career today instead of just messing around. But yeah, in terms of hardware, this is a Windows mixed reality headset, a phenomenal alternative to HTC Vive and Oculus Rift, as in it's $250 with controllers in Canada occasionally. Or in the US it's like $200, so you know, if you wait till it comes on sale, that is a cheap headset, and yeah, it's a good headset. It's kind of going off-roading a little bit, so this is an out lap. Tires are ice cold, so it's kind of normal then when you're using it a little bit. I'm hoping not to spin out in these laps. If I do, I think I might leave it actually. We'll see. The only downside is it does invalidate laps, which I'm not a huge fan of. But yeah, I don't know. This is actually going to be an interesting test because I've seen people play with headsets say like, hey, it's like a 5% boost in lap times for them or something like that. Which sounds pretty good. Oop, I braked a bit too much there. Which sounds really good. And I suppose it comes down to what you're used to playing with. Because I'm used to playing with a screen, and playing on the headset is interesting, to say the least. It definitely feels like you're in the car. I'm not feeling nauseous necessarily, but I do feel uneasy here and there, just because if I'm looking around, you know, you get this perspective like you're moving, except your body knows that it's not actually moving, so it's like you're feeling two things at once, which can be a little off-putting, and that's kind of where I feel like I'm getting hung up on, where occasionally I start looking, especially this corner here. You know, I'm coming to the boards, I start looking left a little to look at the corner, and I feel like I have to slow down more than I should, because I see the big dip. Ooh, right there, I'm always feeling it a little bit too. And I feel like I'm slowing down more than I actually should be. Because I am getting that extra perspective, I suppose. And it is throwing me off a little bit. Anyways, yeah, I did mention mixed reality headset as a cheap alternative. I'm surprised more people don't seem to talk about it, because you often hear people saying, oh, well, VR is expensive. And, you know, there's not a lot of games out there that make use of it. And yet, mixed reality is not brought up very often, if ever, which I find kind of shocking, because, you know, this thing's got really good resolution. It's like Vive Pro level resolution. And it's 250 bucks Canadian or $200 US. Like, it's really good. It's also an IPS display as opposed to an OLED, which they're not pentiles on the OLEDs. I don't believe they're pentiles on the headsets, but they're pretty sure they're Samsung panels with like the OLED dots. So depending on the color as well, some of the colors on those headsets, I forget the color. If it's blue, that's half the resolution, or gray, I don't know. One of the colors is like half the resolution, because it's not a standard RGB stripe, which is what the mixed reality headset is, because it's an IPS panel. So I find the image clarity on the mixed reality is quite a bit better. I've not tried a Vive Pro, mind you, but compared to a standard Rift and a standard Vive, it is a hell of a lot better. But on the flip side, I think the optics and the field of view is slightly lower. And as in the optics are slightly less good. So I get a lot more chromatic aberration along the edges than the other headsets give off. Oh, that was close. But now I'm getting into it. I'm not feeling it as much. And it's like staring. You gotta stare quite intently at the lap thing there, because it is a bit hard to read. I'd have to scale it up if I were to play a lot with the headsets. I wish I had the. If I turn on the full telemetry, I'd get the live plus minus there. I wish I had that on. It's just the problem with the HUD, the full HUD, is there's a lot of crap, and it turns on like the center mirror and things like that. And I'm not gonna sit here and try and customize the HUD and the headset. It's a little bit of a pain to do. In terms of the steering wheel, as a side note, Logitech G25. Okay steering wheel. Definitely entry level for racing enthusiasts. It's considered the entry level, I suppose. Or the Driving Force GT might be actually true entry level. Both real old steering wheels at this point. I'm eyeing a replacement, but I want to. Yeah, I don't want another one of these Logitechs. Not because they're bad, but I'm not a huge fan of the gear drive that they use. On the other hand, Logitech wheels are freaking reliable. Looking at both the Fanatec, which is not available in Canada officially, so getting support on it is a little difficult. And the Thrustmaster, both of those seem to have their own reliability issues. And since Fanatec's not available in Canada, while more reliable, a hell of a lot more expensive for us to buy. So it's pretty much just Thrustmaster and Logitech. Against Logitech, I love their stuff. But I wish they had a slightly higher end steering wheel, like a belt drive, or even better, of course. That's the route I'm somewhat thinking about, which is the open source wheels, which use a direct drive servo. Just to compare prices, I can get a direct drive servo kit for the open source wheel for 1,000, 1,500, something like that. And Fanatec's, the equivalent Fanatec base, which is, I forget what it is now actually. But if I got the direct drive wheel from Fanatec in Canada, it's like $2,000, I believe. Still have to buy steering wheel and pedals, of course. So with the open source wheel, I'm in the wrong gear. Trying to look at the laps. I don't know what lap I'm on. I see 3 times, so I should be on lap 4. Cool. Yeah, I feel like there's nowhere in particular I'm able to pick out that I'm maybe losing or gaining time, doing well or bad. With the headset, I'm seeing that I'm improving every lap, but like I don't feel like I'm nailing anything particularly well. I'm having a hard time judging whether or not I'm actually gearing some of these corners really well. Maybe with that HUD option, I'll be able to tell. But like and part of this is not headset, but more game / me not maybe being used to it. I feel like because I don't think I have ABS on. I have like the realistic simulation. So stuff like locking the brakes, I have a bit of a hard time with it. With the headset, it's a little bit easier because I can look at the tire and actually I see it locked. But I sometimes don't see it locked, and I can feel it through the wheel that I'm starting to lock. And it's just sound-wise, it's tough to pick up on. Also, gearing. Gearing is something I have a hard time with. I need like that RPM thing in the middle of my screen. I don't know why, but a lot of racing games I have a hard time with that. And Gran Turismo has like GT Sport has like something along the bottom of the screen for RPM. That helps me a lot, I find. Was this lap 5? Indeed. Alright. We'll give it one more. Maybe we go up to 10. I'm not sure. What I want to see is I want to stop seeing green. Because once you stop seeing green, then that tells me kind of there in terms of lap time. Because now I'm actually feeling that was -2 these times. Yeah, okay. We're going from a 55.871. I should be down to 54 this lap. So I'm starting to get a hang of it again. Oh, see? That felt good. That corner right there. So this is going to be a quick one. And this feels... First time I'm happy with that corner as well. Alright, this might be the one. We'll do one more after this. See if I still feel the same. That felt like a decent lap right there, so... Alright. Oh yeah. Yep. This is a solid lap. So I'm finally... It took me my 6th lap to start feeling pretty confident with the car and everything. I won't mention I'm not feeling... I'm not actually... I was gonna say, well, I'm not feeling 100%. No, actually, I'm not feeling super great right now. I do feel like I'm sweating as well. It doesn't help that the headset does get really hot in the eyes. My eyes are particularly sensitive. Annoyingly sensitive, I should add. Oh. That's a little bit wide. I might do 10 laps here. Let's pick 6. Oh. Yeah, I don't know if I'd be doing very long races with this headset. I'm starting to get nice and sweaty as well, which is not the most fun thing in the world. Yeah, I don't know, overall, headset's nice. It's definitely a nice piece of kit. It is definitely different playing the game in this, but I think the biggest issue is resolution's not. Despite the mixed reality headset being one of the higher resolution ones, resolution is still a problem because, like, I have to really stare at that text to see it. Now I might be looking completely elsewhere when I start the lap times, but yeah, they're hard to see. Alright, so we didn't do better that lap, and we ran out of fuel. So actually that's a good time to stop. So fastest lap was, or fastest potential as well, is a 152 flat, and my actual fastest lap is a 155 120. So try and keep those numbers in mind. I might write them somewhere. Yeah, we'll end it here. I will hit escape or something, and we'll stop the recording. I'll switch around, edit the other part together, and we'll make it happen. Alrighty, so we're back, Project Cars 2, once again in standard form. I'm actually playing it single monitor, not triple, because the recording does not pick up triple, at least the way I record it. Plus I also mentioned my 3 monitors are all different resolutions and different sizes, so it will make the recording look a little bit weird. Like, it looks fine for me because the game has corrections and stuff for that kind of setup. But for you guys, it would look a little bit odd with watching my triple setup. So yeah, just did a couple minutes ago, did a few runs on the headset. I actually misread my fastest time. I read 155. It was actually 152, 728. With the game saying my potential fastest was a 152.67. Oh yeah. Now that I've taken the headset off, I am feeling it a little bit more. It's, I don't know if this is going to be for everyone. I've definitely had fun with VR headsets. It's just the racing game is kind of in the middle, maybe, in terms of like intensity for some people. As in, maybe not the middle, maybe a bit further than the middle. In the sense that, and that's one of the things with VR is visually, actually the best way to talk about this is to say, hey, have you tried reading in a car or a bus before and not felt too good? That's kind of what it is for some people. For me, I could do it. But with the VR headset, it's just, slightly too much, I think. Not too sure. Like in the car, maybe after a while I kind of feel like, ooh, okay, yeah, let me just take, 5-second break or something, glance around, and I feel better. With the VR headset, of course, a little difficult to do that. Right away I can tell you that second to last corner there I braked way later than I ever did with the headset. And yeah, I don't know. I feel like I could hit the same braking mark a little easier. And you know what it is? I actually know what the problem is. The problem is I use the edge, something hitting the edge of the screen as a marker or as a reference. And with the headset, that is not a good way to judge braking markers. Like that corner, for instance, was the 100-meter board hitting the edge of the screen. Now next time around, I know I can actually wait half a second and maybe not slam on the brakes as hard. Coming down here as well will be somewhere between the 50 and the 100-meter board. Oh, I almost lost it. Have to be a bit smoother coming off the brakes on that one. Same deal here. I don't know why I downshifted, but oh no! Invalidated my lap. We'll keep going because I still think that's a valid lap. If this was Formula 1, that'd be a totally valid lap, crossing the white line like I did there. As long as it didn't invalidate the second one, and I think that it said it's only this lap, so the next one should be good, right? Start counting. Yeah, okay. Occasionally, if you're too close to the end of the lap, it'll invalidate both. So 153.6. We're just under 1 second, 900ths away of the previous fastest. So right now, I'm going to be beating my headset time. And I think that's what it comes down to. It's because I've had the headset for a while, and I've kind of felt that I've had a bit of a hard time. I've had a hard time doing the racing stuff in it. So that's why I did this video today. I was like, oh, okay, when I got the headset, I fired up the game. I hadn't played Project Cars a lot, so I was like, oh, okay, maybe I'm not used to physics or something. And then I've actually started the career mode, and I'm kind of used to it. And I'm not trying to race a fast car, which is my mistake launching this game. I'm using the Formula 3 car, if you will, which is nice and slow. It gives me a bit of time to get used to how this game handles. And if there's one thing I'm starting to realize, it wasn't the headset the problem. Well, it wasn't the game that was the problem. It was partially the headset, partially me. And with how I get my braking points done, how I pick out references. I don't tend to pick out references intentionally either. That's something I hadn't done much in Gran Turismo, I hadn't done much before I started doing the Gran Turismo videos. I've only started picking out references to do the videos that I was doing way back. So that has helped me, because it wasn't something I was doing before. Should have downshifted there. And then get the brake point quite right either. So we'll see. We'll see. I think it was lap 6 and we did 7 laps, so. Huh. Not lost their random headset, so. I know I'm braking later, which might be part of the problem here. Yeah. Could have gotten a little bit better there. Oh, come on. Woo! That was close. Because if I'd gone over the line, I would have probably lost both laps there. Which is no good. I feel like that last corner I could take a lot faster than currently doing, but I'm still building up to it. This is looking like... Yeah. That's not very far at all. So it was a 728. Is that correct? Yeah, 728 that I got. So yeah, this is not a situation where, because I've done laps and I'm just working up, this is really where, yeah, I'm just not racing well with the headset, unfortunately. Keep taking that corner like it's 90, turning in too early. So yeah, I guess do a few more laps, but I think that's a bit of a conclusion starting to form here, which is, at least in my case, the VR headset having that better depth and speed perspective is maybe not beneficial to me. And I say speed. I don't know if I actually get the perspective of speed as good as I should. Everything feels slower in the headset, which might be a good thing, right? If it feels slower, it may feel like you have more time to react or place the car better or something, but ultimately what's happening is I'm not able to find limits as quickly as I'm finding them now. I think that's the other thing too. If you notice, like I'm sliding the car around a lot compared to the headset, and this is kind of how I've been driving this car before I use the headset as well. So I wind up being a bit more cautious, I guess, because in a sense I'm not feeling the car quite as well. If that makes any sense. That corner in particular, still having trouble with it. I think that was one of the corners that they get really well in the headset though. Still not quite getting that one 100%. The other thing too, as I was riding on the grass, I played a lot. Not less with this car, but with other cars, I was finding myself off in the grass, riding with a headset, which is interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna say VR is a bit of a gimmick. Kind of is. I think what's happening is we're still kind of early days with it, and unfortunately we just don't have like a phenomenally great killer piece of software, or game, or whatever. Like, we've got a lot of just good stuff, but none of it. Like, for instance, you look at a console or something, right? There are certain games that would almost make me want to buy a certain game console. For instance, the PS3, Metal Gear Solid 4 was that game. It was like, Gran Turismo as well. But those two games sold me the console. I look at VR and it's like, there's a lot of cool looking demos and stuff, but nothing feels like oh yeah, I have to buy VR for that. Now, mind you, I still bought one because it's kind of cool, and I felt like the racing games actually made it kind of useful for me, since I do like playing racing games, so I play them quite often. But ultimately, I don't know how often I'm actually going to be playing racing games in VR, because every time I've tried it, I've always come out of it and felt, I feel like I'm slower with VR, unfortunately. And I don't feel the greatest either, coming away from those racing games. I think once resolution starts becoming a little bit better on the headsets, which is a very difficult thing to do at the moment. That's where the new Vive headset with eye tracking, that kind of stuff comes in handy. The idea that you're no longer, you're only rendering where people are looking, since you're able to eye track it from the headset. So you can focus all the resolution where your eyes are looking and kind of ignore the rest a little bit, blur it out, whatever, lower resolution, less shadows, whatever. That's still something that'll take a while to develop, of course, but the idea there is, because VR does require much higher frame rates, and you're rendering the same scene twice effectively, so you need a lot more performance to do that. And the problem is, like, to get better clarity, you also need the higher resolution. So you need, like, really freaking powerful PCs to do. Already that 4K on most PCs is a struggle. Even with a 1080 Ti, I can't run every game out there maxed out on a TI at 4K. Even at 60 frames, now you're asking for 90 for some of these headsets. That's where that technology comes really handy. So now you can run a 4K display on a headset, which will give you a lot of that clarity. And you don't necessarily need a TI to do it. That's unfortunate. We ran out of gas too. Oh. So yeah, conclusion is, well, my fastest lap was 151.6, and my fastest VR lap was a 152.7. So kind of on the opposite end, where some people are saying, maybe 5-10% faster. In my case, it's the opposite. And of course, the potential lap time, the potential fastest, and this is where there's actually a decent difference. So the headset was 152.7 to 152.0. Here is a 151.6 to a 156. So actually my potential ultimate fastest lap time based off of those 7 laps, or 6 laps. Yeah. Second and a half faster. That's quite a lot. It's quite a lot. Yes. Is there anything else? I felt like I wanted to point out something else, but no, I can't really think of anything else, really. So yeah, that's my quick experiment, I suppose, with headset versus non-headset. I was afraid that this was actually going to be the result, but I kind of felt it, because it takes me a while to get up to speed every time I put the headset on. And yeah, like I said, I can't race for too long without feeling a little uneasy, I suppose. But it is what it is. VR is still really cool. I still really enjoy using it. But I think for the racing games, I'll probably start holding off and keep using my good old wheel and monitor. Or in the case of this game, I actually do play triple monitor sometimes. So. Yeah, with that said, it's Mike here. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time.